So we are back at the home of golf, Gales Golf Club. I've come up to the back of the driving range here and I'm going to set up and we're going to do a driver session. And I was so astronomically bad at hitting driver on Monday at McLeod that I'm doing something about it today. I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be at home doing an assignment right now. And I had to get up and leave because I couldn't. It was just bothering me so much how bad I was hitting it. So what I've got today to help me is this guy. This is my launch monitor that I use at home. It's a Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. It's like a little radar unit. It's the same as like a mini TrackMan, right? And there's a few data points on there that I can look at to sort of help me get better. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna set this up and we'll do a little warm up and then get into figuring this thing out, because my gosh, it is appalling. Easy warm up. I'm just gonna grab my bucket of balls out and a couple wedges. Just start by hitting just a few little punch shots and then a couple full swings and then move up the bag, maybe hit a 7-iron, maybe hit a 3-iron, and then we'll get into hitting a driver. We'll start. Just a sand wedge, got my bucket of balls, got my glove. Okay, a couple more and then we'll get going. So we'll set the launch monitor up now. We'll just shift over a little bit. A few things I need: my phone to connect to the launch monitor. And this is my original tripod before the one I got for my camera, which is just an old shaft with a bike handle phone clip in it, which is pretty fun. So we've got the unit set up, we got my hitting station, that's where my phone is going to go, and there's the tripod for my camera, and then we're going to hit out to this way. Carry, total, and side carry are the numbers we're going to change. So we're not going to look at that, we're going to change metrics, and we're going to get rid of these three. The main one we're going to be looking at today is launch direction. So that's telling me the launch, like where it starts essentially. And then we're going to change the next one to, let's go side carry. So that's telling me how far left or right the ball is finishing from the center line. And then the last thing we'll change is just, I don't know, total. That one's not as much important. I could change that to anything. But these are the three we're going to be looking at today. So when I hit a shot, those three will populate and then we'll be able to see what we're doing. So I've got my station here. This is what it looks like. I've got my launch monitor, the phone, my balls, the golf balls. I've got the driver head cover there. Now the driver head cover is more of an initial visual guide, right? It's telling me, did the ball look like it started over it? Did it look like it started right? Did it look like it started left? And then the phone will give me a little more information. So what I'll do is I'll hit a shot, I'll screenshot the results of like this, of what it's telling me, and then I'll put that over the screen to show you what it looked like. The one thing to be sort of conscious about when you're using a launch monitor and range balls, especially a launch monitor that's, we call this a radar launch monitor, a Doppler radar. There's also camera based. So a camera based one might sit sort of here somewhere and it reads side on. Those are a little bit more accurate when it comes to getting ball data numbers, because it's actually measuring the ball with high-speed cameras. This one here does use a high-speed camera. It mostly uses the radar that's built in. It's not actually reading what the ball's doing in regards to spin. So any number that's a carry number is going to be a bit of a guess. So it's using an algorithm to guess exactly what's happened. The launch direction is real because it's seeing what it's doing off the line. And then it kind of can only see it for a little bit, and then it has to make the rest of the numbers up. So you get some inflated numbers, and then you get the difference between golf balls as well. So a range ball is going to do something very different to a normal golf ball, let's say a Pro V1 or something. In my case, a Shrixon Z-Star. So that ball is going to do way different things. It's going to carry less, it's going to spin more, it's going to fly higher, all these sorts of things. So you tell the machine to be expecting to be hit a range ball, and then it kind of has to make the difference up to what it thinks a Pro V1 might do, or it thinks a Z-Star might do. So those numbers can be a little bit how you going sometimes, especially because in this bucket I've got like 4 different types of range balls. So there's 4 different types of ball that are going to do 4 different things. So very conscious of those numbers, and I don't use them as gospel. That's more of just a guide, right? So that's the one thing about using launch monitors, is that the numbers are just a guide. It's a tool, it's a training tool, right? So we'll hit a ball and then I'll screenshot the result. We'll see what it did. Just a bit right. 3 degrees right of center, 31 meters right of center with the side carry. So I'll screenshot that. And then it says the total's 240. I don't believe that, but again, I'm not really worried about that number because it's not really that important for me right now. I'm really only looking at that launch direction. So launch direction, 3.3 degrees right of center. So that with an open face is just gonna go further right. And then you take into account your swing path, all that kind of stuff as well. If I can get that launch direction number to about 0 or negative 0.5 or negative 1, then I'm pretty happy. It means I'm swinging and exiting left a little bit instead of hitting. So we'll try and hit a few more and get a bit of data. That is a hook. I've hooked that into next week. Launch direction 0.0, and then side carry is negative 44 meters. So I've hit it 44 meters left of center, which is missing every fairway on the planet. It's good though, that's why we're here, that's why we're doing it. Bit better, bit Healy. Okay, so there's my launch direction number that I want, 0.6, and then the side carries 13.5 meters right. So that's just almost a pull fade, but it's fading too much. What's worth mentioning is that like I'm sort of hitting it in the center, like a little bit, out of the toe sometimes, but like they're still going so far left. Like I'm hooking it so bad, and then when I don't hook it, it's just a big push fade. So it's frustrating. It's so frustrating, but we're getting there, right? Like my launch direction is just consistently too far right, and I'm hitting it too far right and finishing too far left. So we just got to learn how to hit a fade. That one there, that's the blueprint, right? So that's the one. It started, what did it start? 0.6 left of center, and then went 3 meters left of center. That is the blueprint. That is from now on the golf shot that we have to replicate. So the beauty of having this camera on is that I can just rewatch that and see what's working, and then try and replicate it 100% of the time. I felt like I was opening it up a lot, and I've just hit a push, but I'm aiming left. So that might be a thing that I have to look at as well, but from now on, that is the blueprint. So if I take anything away from today, it's going to be that golf swing. That one. I'm done here. I'm done. I've had enough, right? I've had enough. That's what I want to do from now on. That's the goal. So I think not my best I've ever felt on a driving range, but I've definitely found something that I've got to try and repeat. I've just got to feel like I sort of aim. I felt like I was aiming really, really far left and then hitting the ball straight. But I think if I look at the video, it might be a bit different. I'll have to check it out and see what it looks like. But yeah, it feels like I'm aiming outside of the tree line left and then hitting it back to the center. And that's what these foot marks here would suggest. But I just had a preview of the video. It looks like I was aiming square down the line. So I don't know yet. We'll have to just keep at it.